situation where I'm immobilized. My hands are tight, and so are my ankles. And if I don't know if this situation will really happen, but you're tight and you happen to have a nunchak at your reach, then I'm going to show you how you should try. How by using the inner force, you can still wield the nunchak quite effectively. So if somebody is actually coming to strike you with a knife because you're immobilized and you have a nunchak, you use your inner force to whack the knife out, and the opponent is comes towards you. You can strike the temple or even stab the face. But you need to have focus. Come closer. So you need to go whack, and then you use the inner force, whack. Yeah. I'm now demonstrating inner force, focus, accuracy, time and distance. So basically it's chi flow. So if you so happen to have your hands tight, and like you see I can't move my hands, it's very strongly tight, and you can still access the nunchak, and you have an opponent you have a situation opponent to handle. So I'm just showing you how you can. So basically the nunchak is held very gently so that the chi flows, and then you, for example, the knife, so you hit the wrist, or you hit the wrist and the knee of the opponent, and the opponent doesn't drop, it's not strong enough, then you can use the same momentum to hit the face or side of the face. You can hit the top of the head, or you can hit the groin, you can hit the ribs, you can change and hit the ribs sideways. You can also hit behind the opponent, depending on where you are. In the event you block him, for example, you have a knife. For example, you hit the knife or the wrist, you jam him so that he can't move, and now you hit his spine or the back of his head or the knee, side of the knee, side of the face. So everything is possible if you can understand inner flow. That's the key. It's not strength, it is not technique, it's not wrist power, it's the ability to flow your energy and your intent through the nunchak. Thank you guys. Continuing the no bonds, no boundaries for the nunchak, students had a question, that is, what if my hands were tied? You don't generally not expected to fight. You're probably kidnapped, and this situation won't happen where your hands are tied and you're going to get a nunchak in hand. But I'm going to try and demonstrate if anything is possible, because to me it's not about the combat, it's about using your inner energy and internal movements to wield the nunchak. It's that. So when your hands are free, then nothing is impossible. It's more on that kind of a concept. So they had some questions. So it's more like it's not a demo really. I'm just trying to see if I can satisfy their doubts with my hands tied. Yeah. So the question was, my student said, what if there were two assailants armed with knives and my hands were tied, and so I'm not able to use my hands. So this is not really about using the nunchak. It's about being free from boundaries, bonds and boundaries, so to speak. So let's imagine that I have access to nunchak lying around, but I'm not going to be using it because I really can't move. Can't do anything with the nunchak really here. But it's there. It's a sense of confidence. So if you're a martial artist and you have an opponent charging with a knife, towards you, and yeah, if you really they're going to attack, then you have your usual techniques, right? You have your kick. So you have the technique, and you can always, you can protect yourself without your hands. But more as to talk about the nunchak and its possibilities. Yeah, let us say an opponent is here, and I have stepped aside, probably blocked his hand. Now, if I spin, if I drop the nunchak and spin, I can probably hit him on the side of the face. You see, he won't be expecting this. So I would have done the strike. I would have hit the knife out. Probably I don't even have to turn around. I step in, probably. Just step in. And from here, you see, I can either hit the knife out of the hand again, hit the head, or even the body for the, if it was a wooden nunchak. If I step in close, I can hit. A lot of things that I can probably do. If I'm using the body to spin, if I spin, I can use that to my advantage, where I can spin and strike. So so he's got the knife. Now this it's not feasible, not practical. Just telling you that you can still wield the nunchak. It's more about the mental boundaries I'm discussing, and not and physical boundaries, but not really for combat. Okay, so it's focus accuracy. If I'm at this point and I step in, I can hit the knife out. It's a possibility if I can surprise somebody. If I'm doing an inward swing, this is even more difficult, because this, at least I have some maneuverability. But if I have to swing inward, I can't, because you see, I have to know these boundaries, what I can, what I can't do with my hands. So I have to use outward, you see, and whack the face. So this knowledge is important. You should know body ergonomics. You can't just be tight and go and try to swing from here. This is not going to work. So you must understand how the chi flows, how the sway works, how you can energize in movement. So you asked me if it's a crowded place, surrounded, and you don't want to make a scene. You need to survive. A lot of people are around. You're ganged up. 3 people standing. This very difficult situation. But what I would probably think of doing is, if it's this way, the knife in the front is the most risky one. So what I would quickly do is, I would keep him at bay. So I would use my elbow to keep him at bay. While I'm hitting with the elbow, I would pick your knife, strike him on the side of the face. Now, from there, strike him, keep your distance, and strike you again. So before all of you know what is happening, it will all happen. Because here I have struck him. Let's say I strike him. You have a knife. I probably strike here into his throat. Here, 1, 2, see. You understand what I'm saying? I've held your knife. I've struck him and hit his throat. Harish trying to grab me. I've hit him there. 1, 2, and 3. Yours. Then can I lock your hands? It's tough, but it's possible even in this close. It's possible. Of course, if you're not going to use strikes, that is this kind of strikes, where you need to propel the body. See, the force has to come from the body, inside the body, and then I would have to again go. It really do it fast and hard. But if I don't want to do that, and you're like this, what I would do is hold you, drop him first, get all 3 down. You see, all 3 are down. He's down. Now I have to put my hand, and then walk away. Well, a million things you can do. All 3. If he tries to grab me, grab. Yeah. See? You know now what to do, right? You grab me, ready? At 3. 3. So this is stock situation. You guys 3 are asking me. So what I do is, at 3, you try to grab me. You move forward. You try to take the knife towards me. At 3. 3. Now this is another very difficult situation. You can wield the nunchak when you have distance. So when it's got this, that's the whole idea, right? The distance. and also distance you need so that you can propel the nunchak to get speed, power. You can use your hip. But then what if, so my students have this question, what if they're standing next to me, 3 of them? Well, then you can use the nunchak like you use sticks, Joro sticks, where you can use it as a different weapon. But then what if you have to use it only like how you would wield a nunchak, that is swinging, and that too close quarters? That's very, very difficult. Because you can't use your hip, you can't use your shoulders. Force has to be generated only internally. So I'm going to demonstrate the technique, see if it's possible. So we're going to try to see if the nunchak can be used at close quarters. So what you do is at 3, all 3 of you try to grab. I'll see if I can wield it at this distance. Okay? Yeah, 3.
Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. And do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you never miss any of the exciting videos from Chi is Key.